Episode 10. Our fancy hovel build playthrough continues. Day 8. With the hovel now making these special rooms cost steps instead of diamonds, we are now more than ever having to consider how many steps we're taking. Kind of made the bonehead move to come back for the shovel when apparently we quote-unquote already own it, even though it's not in our inventory. It has to be somewhere in the house already, I guess. Which I guess must have been the aquarium if we thoroughly checked all these other rooms, which I think we did. Still have to come back to this side of the house, the entire east side, just to dig things up once we do get the shovel. Hopefully we have enough steps to do that. Alright, let's make our way back. If only we could sell our gems. Just gotta be extra careful we're not walking in the wrong direction. Joke's on you, I have no coins for you to steal, God. Now where did I miss that shovel? Has to be that aquarium. Or maybe like the veranda if I somehow missed it there? I don't think I did. Yep, it was right here all along. I should have walked into the aquarium and then walked all the way back. Great. What a waste of steps, right? Hopefully we can make it back with our special bedroom rule, getting extra steps back whenever we draft a bedroom. A rock. Great. Our first shovel dig was useless. Maybe it'll be more useful here in this green room, because we are more likely to get one. The morning room. Wow. This was added thanks to the bacon and eggs we just ate at the end of last episode. A good start. Tomorrow we will start with 2 diamonds, and we get 2 more. Well, this is useful to us right now, or useless to us right now, but useful later. And we get to actually go in a direction that doesn't actually end our run. I mean, we have the other side of the aquarium, but still. The bunk room would be helpful for getting us our steps back. We would get a whole 10 steps just from this. But I think we go for the morning room since, you know, it's so hard to trigger, you know? It has to be on the edge of the house, being a green room. It has to be after you get the kitchen and have enough coins, 8 of them, to buy bacon and eggs. And it's just hard to trigger green rooms in general, even if you do all that. You just have to be lucky. Luckily we had the greenhouse to make them more likely. New room. We'll get this first so we avoid the that annoying noise. Was this metal detector stuff? A safe deposit box key. We don't know where that goes. We've never encountered the safe. The best thing to go with breakfast is a morning newspaper and a coffee. Too bad it's so far from the kitchen. Hey, look at this. If only we had that security room, huh? We can still spawn it, maybe. How rare is the security room, anyway? Like, compared to this hallway. Standard and... standard. So I guess there's still a decent chance it'll spawn. It's a nice room. The decor is much more agreeable to me. I mean, other than some of this stuff, which isn't terrible, I guess. But I guess most of the decor is just the outside and some plants on the inside. And some paintings. I like this thing. The morning sun. November 5th. The Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. Would this have been like 92, 1992, or even 93. Okay, I'm already seeing some stuff. Yeah. It's confirming some things that I already knew. I'm looking at the third column, but let's read in order. In the blue hours of Wednesday morning, the venerable Baron of Mount Holly, Herbert S. Sinclair, passed away. Okay, so his death was November 5th, 93? 92? Either one. Passed away at the ripe age of 73, after a prolonged struggle with a heart condition that had been kept from the public eye until his final days. Esteemed as a pillar of society and renowned for his penchant for crafting puzzles, he was a source of endless fascination to our readers over the years, not least through his popular column Baron Bafflers, which he penned for over a decade. The particulars of the announcement of his successor yesterday has left his devoted followers with one last intrigue to ponder. The reading of his will precipitated a flurry of speculation, for his niece and presumptive heir, the much beloved and lamented Mary Matthew Jones, has been missing, presumed deceased, for the past 6 years. Alright, we got a date on that too. I guess 1987, or 1986, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Mrs. Jones, better known to our readers by her pen name Marion Marigold, so there's our confirmation, her pen name, enchanted the hearts and minds of children across the realm with her literary creations, such as The Red Prince, which we've read, Swim Bird, which we wanted to read in the library next time, and A New Clue, which we've never heard of. Her disappearance remains one of the age's most tragic mysteries. So yeah, wouldn't have known that Marion was her pen name. Like, would have been our mother. Unless dear old dad actually referred to her by Marion. So I guess it's just like a little pet name that maybe whatever our dad's name calls her Marion. I don't know. With her whereabouts unknown, it was Marigold's own son, Simon P. Jones, a lad of but 14 summers, yeah, we're 14, who was yesterday named the provisional heir to the sprawling Cinca Empire. But yeah, Mary Matthew Jones, that explains that discrepancy with the pen name Marion Marigold that I figured. That kind of confused me with the family tree. We're kind of putting it all together now, huh? I guess they kind of do that to make it a mystery, right? Until you get a lot of the puzzle pieces and can piece it together, or until you get this piece. But even then you don't have the other pieces, like that she went missing under dubious circumstances, I guess you could have assumed. The red letter told us a lot. However, this vast inheritance is accompanied by an undisclosed contractual condition. I guess they don't know. Given the Baron's well-known penchant for tests of mettle and wit, it's clear that the young heir from Reddington, distinguished in his own right, as last year's County Science Fair runner-up, faces an extraordinary challenge in the coming weeks. More to follow indeed. So I guess we are from Reddington. We've seen like that postcard, and we know Reddington is like in the area, right? Just like downhill, near the... Well, obviously like from the same place the Reddington Herald is from. Got a lot of good stuff from that newspaper. Well, would you look at that? The rumpus room. It'd be a shame to lose our steps here. We should be drafting bedrooms, but we don't have the option. I want the rumpus room. And I guess we could afford another breakfast, or the thing that gives us 15 steps. If we get one more coin, we still have to obey the chapel rules. Now let's get this first. This metal detector thing. Does it play while we're... It doesn't. A uniquely modern-fashioned gaming room. The rumpus room has provided many guests of the estate with countless hours of recreation. The room is outfitted with a record player, 2 television sets, a collection of board games, and a mysterious antique fortune-telling automaton named Alzara. Wow. Alright, that wasn't Oh, that was actually the metal detector. So we do know 8 coins do spawn here, so the metal detector thing in the top right doesn't always play when it was triggered by the metal detector. Because, like, it makes it more likely that these things spawn. But it also triggers on the guaranteed stuff too, just so you don't miss it, I guess. I figured this would take coins. Do we need to save coins for breakfast? I don't know. We have the shovel now, so maybe we'll get coins just luckily. That, and we will have the chance to get things just from the metal detector. None of these other things seem interactable, as fun as this rumpus room seems. 2 TVs though, huh? Who sits in front of this TV? I guess people just kind of stand and look down at it. Well, I'm glad we finally got the rumpus room. It is a black bishop room, apparently. Does this sing for us? It does not. Alright, Alzara. Show me what you got. We can't move.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
I'm scared.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon, a door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Okay. That was a lot. I'm so glad we got the rumpus room. That was a lot scarier than I thought the rumpus room would be. Is that it? The moon room? The mythical 46th room that we've been searching for? Is that what he was saying? Did I understand that correctly? That moon symbol seemed like the thing that we saw in the bedroom, like in that photo. Like, every time we looked at it. Around, I think, our mother's necklace? Or grandma? I'm assuming mother. It has to be the mother, right? That's why you're here, Simon. I'm sure. White sand representing the undrafted house or whatever, undecided. That cat representing something that I have no idea what it is. Or maybe it's just a literal cat. You know, maybe that's why Simon came here in the first place. Not for any of this stuff, not the inheritance, not his mom. He came here for the cat. I want to find that cat now. Well, I guess we can come back here another day, if we can afford it, and get more from Alzara. Maybe. We are about to reach rank 8, and we do need the food. This will be more delicious if we get the boiler room, right? Do we need the boiler room before we trigger rank 8? Because we can go to rank 8 like right beyond here. It's hard to know. I was about to go for the green room for my green room build here, but this seems like the choice, right? We need the steps. Still haven't done the other side of the aquarium yet. I might regret that. Another useless gem. Alright. Before we trigger rank 8, let's try to get that boiler room. With our remaining steps. Ooh, I don't know. Well, we have 2 keys, right? So it should be okay to use one. If, like, the top one is actually a thing. Okay, well, here's a thing. Here's a lot of things. We got the lab. The lab requires the pump room for the machine in the back. Observatory is good to, like, build towards this star thing. It'd be great if we got this every run, but I've been ignoring it. Could redraw to try to get the pump room or something, or the boiler room. Actually, we have the key, the upgrade disk. We need a terminal. We'll do this. Unfortunately, it does take our steps. But before we go into it, I think we're going to give up on getting the boiler room. That seems like a long shot. Even though we got the kitchen and it gave us the information that we need that for the extra food. There's like no chance of getting the boiler room, right? And if this door is locked, then we would have no keys if we, like, went too far the other way or something and used the key there. So we're gonna do this. Yep, it is locked. We'll unlock rank 8 and eat food. We kind of need the keys, right? We're so high up that the laboratory might just be locked. Oh shit! You're kidding me. No. This can't be happening. I need to go one step in to unlock rank 8. And one step out to get the food. But once I reach 0, the day's over. Is there any food visible in the lab? Is that food right there? I'm actually going to get up off my chair to see. I'm going to adjust my position and get up again. I think that's a banana. I remember there being food in the lab before. Simon is so desperate, he's so exhausted, that he can barely even move into the next room. He has to game plan about just walking into the next room. But this should be the right move, right? Damn it! This wasn't a banana, it was the yellow of this thing. There might have even been food inside the garage. At least we can use the disc before the day's over. Crap! No food. Can you believe it? How could it end like this? That's what happens when you have the hovel build. You run out of steps. If you're stupid like me. We had so much. We had so much going on, going for us. We never got to even use the shovel, other than to dig up a rock. There could have been a shovel or some dirt inside the garage. I shouldn't have spent those 3 steps on the garage. So this is false, right? Email can be accessed at other places other than the security terminal? Or wait, hang on. We're going to have to see the security room note again. It's been a while. I have to check that again. So many useless things. We have so much stuff that we can't use. I could have used this dining room if I wasn't so stupid. I really thought this was a banana. At least we got this. Permanent upgrade, right? Courtyard data has been found on this upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. No special name for it, just courtyard plus 2 diamonds, courtyard 5 dig spots, or... Quarry yard. Quarry yard is always left unlocked. It's a corridor and a yard. I mean, the dig spots are pretty tantalizing. I've never gotten good luck with them. This counts as a courtyard, or a corridor too, a hallway. But how useful is that to us? I don't know. Diamonds are pretty important, especially like in later runs. Maybe I just gamble on actually making use of the shovel eventually in my life at some point, and getting the courtyard more dig spots. What even is possible to dig up? We've only seen like food or, I don't know, rocks. Gems might just be important in general, but I feel like these 2 are more exciting. Alright, we'll gamble on the dig spots. Courtyard is funny. I almost chose it just because it was funny. And we can't even do anything with the experiments here. We did this before. We never triggered it. Wait, hang on. None of these give us steps. I was really hoping for like an immediate effect that we can get more steps in. A real Hail Mary to save us in this dead-end situation. No such luck. Anything that we can actually do with this though? Like, just trigger? Just for the sake of triggering it? Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room... Wait a second. Drafting a room. That's right. We can still save this. I almost gave up. Hang on. Wait, let's look at those in case it's useful. Spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, sure. We don't spend gems. What about like spending the cost of 2 gems, like 6 steps? Does that matter? Let's not gamble on it. For each bedroom you draft, yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was forgetting. For each bedroom you draft after your second... After the second bedroom? Well, we've already drafted like a couple bedrooms, so... When you draft a bedroom, lose 5 steps. I don't think we want that. Any of these effects useful? We might not make it to the entrance hall. Gain key, gem, or gold, randomly. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. Do we have any red rooms? We have the chapel, that's it. We could get coins for drafting bedrooms. Wait, how many bedrooms do we have? We've got several, so any bedrooms we draft would be after the second or something. So starting from bedroom 3 is when that effect takes place. That's good because I was planning to draft a bedroom anyway. I almost forgot what I had. The nursery buff. We can still get some stats back. With the 1 door in the room, our only other resource. Maybe we do this and hope to afford more food in the kitchen. We only have 1 red room, but It might help us. None of this matters unless we can actually draft a bedroom, and we might be lucky if, only if, we can get one of the 3 things to be her bedroom that doesn't cost any steps, or we re-roll for a bedroom. I'm glad we have a key. We found a key in this room, thanks, metal detector. Okay, none of these are bedrooms and they require steps. None of these will help us. It's our last chance to save this run. There's no bedroom. Damn it. It's over. Just take half my steps. Give me half a step or something. Just take my left leg or whatever. I don't know. I can't believe this. At least they round down. How could they not have drafted, or how could I not have drawn a stupid bedroom? We had 6 chances. There are so many rooms in this house that could have been a bedroom, but none of them were a bedroom. Could have been the boudoir, could have been the guest bedroom, could have been the bunk room, that would have saved us. Could have been any of these other ones we haven't seen yet. I can't believe this. All these resources. I guess we're done. Didn't even get to trigger the effect. If we went like into the rank 8 room and came back into this room with 0 stuff, with like the coyote time or whatever, could we have eaten the food on 0 steps? Probably not. It was a decent run, I think. Look at that. Look how filled in it is. We could have gotten like a lot further with those 20 extra steps and all those resources if I didn't make the garage. Or didn't waste those steps after we got the shovel from the aquarium. But that's good information, I guess. If the shovel spawns inside the house, then it can spawn inside the house even if it's inside the commissary. So you could like get the commissary like I did and just gamble that it'll spawn later without having to go back for the thing. But it does mean no duplicate items, I guess. The garden bed and breakfast. Oh yeah, I guess because it's like green and, well, it's telling us we got 7 green rooms, 4 bedrooms, and we got the bacon and eggs. I guess the bacon and eggs add to the whole rating. How funny. I like that rating. It was almost the perfect run, wasn't it? We also had the aquarium door, if we needed to like build further in, connecting to the foundation even. It's a shame, but we'll call it a day. By which I mean, I'm actually going to call it a day. This is going to be a weird thing, but I'm going to actually continue this episode later, because I can't always end the episode and my recording sessions perfectly on the hour or whatever, whenever the run inside a house ends. I would have to actually give up on the run entirely to save and quit. So I guess what this will be is just like half of the episode being one recording session and the beginning of the next recording session, the rest of the episode. That's going to be really weird. We'll treat it like a bed and breakfast thing. We're just going to sleep for the night, and we're waking up tomorrow, refreshed and ready. And back in, I suppose. Feels a little bit strange starting a new recording session and not starting it on an episode. First time I'm really doing that. I just realized the game is called Blueprints because it's a pun. like the thing on the table, the blueprint, because you're building a house. Har. That and all the lore things about the Red Prince or whatever. Still don't know what's going on there. Still don't know what's going on in general. I guess we got some bits and pieces. Continuing after our bed and breakfast whatever run. I guess we're waking up with breakfast. That's our buff, right? We're starting with like 10 extra steps in addition to the orchard. It was a pretty interesting run last time. We could have gotten further if I played better at several different locations. We'll see if we can't get something out of this new run. Oh, did we not get extra? Wait, what was that? We got 20 for the orchard. No, we just added the morning room for having bacon and eggs. But what we got from the morning room was 2 extra diamonds today. Which doesn't seem like a whole lot for the effort of getting the morning room. Because you have to spend 8 coins and also get the kitchen, which costs a diamond. And also get the morning room, which costs a diamond, I think. And it's also a green room, so it's like, it has to be on the edge. It's just a lot of work for 2 diamonds the next day. But I guess things that are affecting the next day are so few and far between. But here we are at one of those things that affects every day. We've seen all of these before, but we've never entered any of them. What do we want? The trading post is interesting. We'd have to come back all the way through the entrance once we actually have money to trade here. When we draft a dead end though, we could get more coins to spend inside the house. But we'd have to go to the tomb. And the shrine. This one's the most mysterious, isn't it? Make an offering, receive a blessing. What kind of offering do they need? Let's just do this to see what the mechanic is like. This one's pretty straightforward. Although, obviously, there's going to be some interesting lore there. Trading post, we could learn what kind of items are for trade, at least how much and for what currency. But the shrine is just a mystery until we actually go inside. So we're going inside. Creepy. A sacred silence permeates this candlelit cavern, whose flickering lights add to the holy aura shining down upon a meditative statue. His stone hands present forth a stone bowl to the devout pilgrim who may wish to make an offering of gold. Yeah, I figured this might be a gold thing. Unfortunately, we only have diamonds. Making an offering of gold may result in the bestowal of a beneficial blessing that will last for several days. Huh. May result, though. Well, we can come back here at the end of the day with however much gold we have, I guess. It lasts several days, but I guess it could last today too, if we really wanted it. Don't have any gold, though. What new rooms can we get today? Maybe we can finally get to the antechamber. That last one was almost the antechamber run. We had the greenhouse. We had a lot more rooms we could have gone into. We could afford like everything if we had steps. Just needed better step economy. Alright, starting this way, I guess. Give me Nook. Nook is always available, isn't it? It's like just always around. Let's try to make the most out of these diamonds we've got. Like this. I keep saying it, but we should start building the stars with the observatory. We've got 2 now, which means we can get something. The twins, 2 trunks in the entrance hall. So does this mean we can't do the 1-star thing anymore? At least this is in the right position. Don't have to turn it every time. I'm trying to move the stick to try to select different stars, but I can't. I'm just going to press the A button. Yeah, it just seems like the stars are cumulative. You don't really get to get the previous things, which means I won't get the twins again. That sounds like a bad deal. We just get minor bonuses through the observatory depending on how many times we put it down. Sometimes we might get nothing if we have 6. And these bonuses might be hard to trigger. The Southern Cross obviously is just what's just there. But the apple, we didn't even eat any apples that last run. Or maybe we did one time in the pantry. Yeah, I guess the observatory isn't really a huge roguelite thing. It's just a little bit of a roguelite thing. Just kind of affecting your runs a little bit. Or we can go back to the entrance hall later. Or we might be about to go back. Do we want... No, let's just do this door. We know the commissary won't knock us out of items, but we don't want to spend our diamond immediately. Let's save it. Might as well head back in. Oh right, we need keys for these. I forgot. There was no reason to head back in, other than for this door, I guess. But we'll save it until, I guess, the end. We'll try not to run out of steps in the middle of the mansion. Drawing room's nice, but... do we want to spend gems right now? Maybe just the storeroom? We can save this for a later point if we really need it. It's a paperclip today. Not my favorite. I think my favorite was the bat the first time. Okay, we've got our special courtyard. You've got the gems for it, but... are we gonna get a shovel? We could save this. By my own rules, I kind of want to save doors, make sure that these doors lead somewhere. Corridor is the only one that doesn't waste doors, but... whatever. We don't always have to save the corridor for a later far end thing. Oh, there's the bat. Unfortunately, no T-shape, so we can't get the lower right room. It's gotta be the boudoir. It's the only thing that doesn't end our run. Wasn't really thinking about that when I was placing things down. But I guess it would have been the same no matter what room I put down other than the corridor. It all just would have gone straight through. Another gem. least they're not useless this run. Should we do the kitchen? Why not? Just to see what kind of meal we might get, if we actually get far enough. I guess. The parlor's just gonna come up anyway later, right? It'll just be more gems. We've already got a pretty decent amount of gems, we should maybe start spending them. Like, on rooms that are worth getting early. And I guess that Tips and Tricks handbook or whatever did recommend this just to learn the main course. And I guess we can also strategize based on the menu, like the other parts of the menu. 5 steps for every green room. We could do another green room build. We could try anyway. It's gonna be hard to just like manually do that though. We need a trophy room, if we can ever get that. We've never gotten that randomly. There might be a special rule for some of these rooms, like just higher rank or something. When we got the garage, it had to be on the west side, right? Because that's the only place outside of the house that leads to that one path, right? Like there's no equivalent path over here for the car to drive out on. So yeah, we're building towards green rooms and the trophy room if we can. It feels like a lot of rooms have 2 photos or 2 pictures or whatever, and there's something, I don't know. This one's blue and red. We know from that one thing that blue means true and red means something else. What does this have to do with anything? If we find a room with... I don't know. With a mountain and without this sandwich tentacle thing. What is this? Oh, it's peas. It's peas in a pod, I guess. Go straight through, maybe? This might be the smart move, because this gives us more options. If the room is a dead end or a left, then we're dead in the water. But I guess maybe we can fill out the lower rank rooms. Parlor. Yeah, let's do the parlor. No wasted doors. And we're moving forward. So I guess these are getting harder now, right? How many times have we done this? The gems are in the white box. Who knows if that's true? Statements with the word white are always true. This one has it. These 2 could both be true. This one doesn't include the word white. The statement on the white box is true. Okay, so let's dissect that. Let's say this is true. Then this is true. It has the word white in it. The gems in the white box are in the white box, so it has the word white. That means it's true. This also has white in it. Sentence, so that would mean they're all true, which cannot be the case. So this has to be a liar. So they're not always true, but they could be. This is definitely the liar, but there could be another liar. Are you telling a lie? Which one is definitely true? A statement on the white box is true. That is definitely a lie. So that means this one tells the truth. The gems are in the white box. More gems. courtyard time? Yeah, I think so. That seems like the play, right? My courtyard with a lot of digging spots. Didn't spawn a shovel. At least we got this. I would like another green room, please. Let's try to build towards the foundation. This'll work. Oh, library. No, wait. Maybe we save the library. We can't use the effect. Although we could get, like, a new book from the library. We just might not spawn the library if we ignore it now. It's kind of uncommon, right? But I think this is the play if we want to actually fully use the library, to use the bedroom instead. We'll do it. We'll do that, but we'll actually explore this side first, the lower rank, and maybe even the bottom left. Or not. None of these go down. Do we want the commissary? We don't have coins to spend. And we want to save our coins anyway for the blessing at the end. So maybe no buying this round. It is my favorite, the utility closet, but hallway might be the play here. Doors in the west wing, where we are less likely to be locked. Yep. Every time. Here we go. Green room. Thread gems in each green room. Now does this happen like every green room we find from now on? We can finally experiment here. And also go down and to the left. New room. The patio. It's like a veranda but not. Or maybe it is. Kind of a weird patio, right? A roofed outdoor seating area located along the perimeter of the estate. That also describes a veranda based on my understanding of the definition. During the summer evenings, it is not unusual for the grill to be employed while entertaining acquaintances of a more informal nature. It's a nice place. It does not have a shovel. I was hoping this green room would spawn a shovel. Well, there's a shovel in the photo. Buried below. Yep, buried has weird text. It's like the only one was a different font. There's more of this. There's always like a lot of this. I don't remember all of the ones that I've seen, but I remember like bridge and beside and I don't know, maybe it means nothing. Occasionally, you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Yep, this is another one of those weird things where I'm super late in the game, or at least it feels like it, and we're still getting tutorials just because of the randomized way that we've gotten rooms. Oh, the veranda. I can't pass up the veranda. Unfortunately, we didn't get this earlier on to get, like, a better chance of finding a shovel. Well, maybe this takes effect immediately. Like, before we build the veranda, it's one of those Yu-Gi-Oh! Card rules where things take effect as you play the card or something. I don't know. Maybe this means an item is more likely in the veranda. Well, there is an item, but it's not the item we wanted. The heavy sledgehammer. At least we can open the foyer now, or the entrance hall. I keep on calling it a foyer, it's not. We'll just have to walk all the way back there, which we were planning to do anyway. Once we get coins to spend on the shrine at the end of the day. Maybe as we exit we'll find like a bunch more coins in those 2 locked chests. Just gotta make sure I have enough steps to actually leave. Be nice to have a shovel though. Wait, where are the gems at? Damn it. So that's what spread means, huh? It only works on the rooms that you already have. Okay. No gems here, so that explains it. Lesson learned. Do we want this? Keys for sale? I don't think we do. Do we call this one like a dead end now? We would only get one more room and... I think so. Gotta walk in for the bonus. And for the goodies. Is it this? No. I thought the pen for a second was actually something. Oh, the car keys. If we can get the garage, maybe we can get the car. What's inside the car anyway? Like, do we open the trunk or the box in the back? Oh, there's more, huh? Lucky us. Gotta remember there is soil here or whatever. This was the good room, right? With the good soil. And then this one was the good room. And so is here and here. Don't know which rooms those affect though. Obviously they affect green rooms, but which green rooms I don't remember. Would be worth checking my video again later. Alright, we're heading north now. Security's helpful. It's not a dead end too. Running low on gems now though. Although this will be interesting. With this guy, and without this potting plant thing, this garden, I guess. That is our assumption, I guess. It even has like a red tack on the right and blue tacks on the left, I guess. I don't know. It has to do with this password, right? What is it? Wait a second. Alright, I have a theory. Until we can actually like put it into practice, I'll just put a pin in it and keep it to myself. I never noticed this. Have I just like ignored it? I'm glad I just clicked on this randomly. Do I need the magnifying glass? But I can kind of see it. Under read memos equals lies. Unless written by hand. What? So read memos could be true unless written by hand? I see. What about this one in the hallway? Do we dare take a step back, just to check? I will. I've read this thing so many times, but is it written by hand? It's not. So this one is actually, yeah. We're in the unlikely to be locked area. I can't believe I never noticed that. I have a big TV, I should be able to see these tiny things. That didn't just like randomly happen, did it? We'll have to pay attention to more red memos, I guess. I can't believe it, unless written by hand. Right, so this would be the interesting thing. Okay, so yeah, we see the two trunks. I didn't know that it would list the trunks. Don't think it ever did before. But I thought we would see inside the trunks when we do this. Although we're missing a gem. It wouldn't be inside the trunk, would it? Oh, is it maybe inside the bedroom or the foundation? Probably the bedroom that we haven't been inside yet. I guess we try this first, then head towards the foundation. We got keys? Sure. And I thought we were less likely to be locked. Unless handwritten. There's so much. Okay, this'll help. We're running low on these, so yeah, let's get the terrace. And also there's more likely to be an item here. I'm asking you, begging, thank you, finally. The mythical shovel, it exists. Do we head back for that now? It's not too far. We just have to walk further to get back to it later. And we've got like more than a day's worth of steps, considering that we used to start with 50. Do we want to head all the way back to the entrance hall? I don't think so. We'll just do this for the dig spots that are in, I think, only the veranda and the courtyard. And there might be some more in the foundation. Or maybe we unlock this door first. See what it spawns, and then, if we have to, we can continue through the foundation. For all we know, this won't lead us further north. Okay, we'll do it. You know, it's supposed to be less likely on this side. That'll help. And it's also the lab, right next to the security room, two places with the terminal, with the unknown passwords. Alright, we're heading back. Well, do we want to trigger the experiment first? Okay, we'll spend 2 steps to trigger the experiment. I thought you were a banana. I'll never get over it. Every time I see red and blue now, it just kind of triggers me. Okay, so this. This one's a lie, and it's not written by hand. Electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. But we can access mail here too. That doesn't tell us anything. I mean, it doesn't like help us in any way. We can't access this. Is this door always this in the laboratory? It might be. Oh right, we forgot to like change the door things in security. Maybe we want those security doors while we're here. And now that we've already seen one, it'll make like only one other one spawn inside the house. At least until we come back to the security room and increase it, if we find like another key card or better yet, the breaker box. They never worked. I never did it. Someone's going to have to think about what kind of experiment he's going to want to set up. It's real cerebral work, experimenting and science and all that. So that means it's just going to take a little bit of time to think through. That would be a good time to take a break.